Hey everyone, Catherine here, and welcome to 2017. Who would have thought we were actually bringing in the new year less than 48 hours ago? It is the 2nd of January 2017. It only feels like yesterday we were bringing in the year 2016, huh? Well, so needless to say, a lot has changed over the last 12 months. We've been through a lot of challenges and a lot of changes, and we've lost many very good people. And the world has never actually been the same since. But you know what? It's a new year. Numerology says that year 2016 was a year 9, which is actually a year of endings, a year of sort of making amends or ending things, and 2017 is a year of new beginnings, which normally follows year 9. So, a new beginnings, who knows? New beginnings. What's new for everybody out there? What promises, or people call them resolution? Is that it? Resolution? Yeah, New Year's resolutions. Did you make at the end of this year? What did you make at the beginning of 2016? Did you follow them through? Did you allow yourself to become the person that you wanted to be at the end of the year? Who knows? What ones did you make this year? Are you going to follow them through? Are you going to make the promises for yourself? What person do you envisage yourself being at the end of this year? In 12 months' time, can you look back upon yourself and say, you know what? Yeah, I made myself who I am today. I made the world a better place because I was in it this year. Well, I myself aren't really into big, you know, I'm not really into big in New Year's resolutions. It's not like I don't want to do it or I don't follow tradition, because if nothing, I see myself a person who does follow traditions, family and cultural traditions. But I've never really sort of looked at the trivial aspect of New Year's resolutions, like losing weight, finding a job, getting a new car, moving out of house, making more money, blah, 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 blah. For me, it's more a sense of bettering myself, being a person at the end of the year better than I was at the beginning of the year. So it sort of gives me the opportunity to learn more about who I am as a person and how I can make the world a better place, or make the world easier for myself. For me, the aspect of learning or bringing more knowledge into myself is a big part of who I am. Like, if I know more at the end of the year than I do now at the beginning of the year, then it's fantastic. I've brought into myself more than what I've actually given out. And I know it's meant to be the other way around. I know it's cliche to say, oh, I give out more than I take in. But you know what? It's it's good to actually bring in more to yourself than it is to. Okay, so it's equal. You're bringing more to yourself, and at the same time, you're giving out more of yourself, because you're showing the world who you truly are. You're showing more of yourself the more you bring into yourself. So for me, knowledge is a very important thing. So, you're learning a new subject, maybe you're learning a new instrument, or learning a new talent. You're bringing more into your life to make it more enjoyable, I guess. So you're basically saying to yourself, I deserve all good things that come into my life. I deserve to know more and to be more positive, to learn more about myself, really. So in the end, my New Year's resolution for myself is to know more at the end of the year than I do at the beginning. That may sound like the easiest thing you can do, but actually it's not, because the whole point of it is to actually want to do it. You've got that drive, you've got that ambition to do more, to be more, to know more as to who you are, to understand yourself a little bit more. So it's not just a matter of saying, oh yeah, okay, I'll just do this or I'll just do that. No, it's a matter of wanting to. It's a matter of saying, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to learn more about who I am, I want to do something more. Um, yeah, so opportunities come up, you grab them, you take them by the horns, and you say, yes, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be me. This is my new year of new beginnings, new ways of doing things, and new ways of opening myself up to the whole world. That is my New Year's resolution, if nothing else. Because in actual fact, a New Year's resolution is like a promise. It's like Lent. People give up things for Lent, but they don't actually do anything for themselves. They say, "Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, you know, take away from myself." But what's the harm in bringing things into yourself? You know, learning new things, being more about who you are, being more positive, being that person who says, I am going to do this. This is me. The world is going to know more about me. Okay, so enough of that. New Year's out of the way. Had a good New Year's. It was very quiet. I didn't really want to, if people say, hey, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? Sure, why not? I'd love catching up with friends and stuff like that. But for me, New Year's is just another day. There's no real point of celebrating or unless it's like a milestone, like 2000 was quite a good year. And I know that for the New Year's for year going into year 2000, we actually had a street party at my parents' house, which is really really cool. Where I lived at home. This year, the last few years have just been really quiet. I've done the city, I've done all the official local fireworks stuff, which is fine, but they don't really do much for me. And what else? Yeah, so it's just going to be a quiet one. Just going to, I have a good view of the city, from the balcony where I am. My unit's on the 3rd story of the apartment block, so I've got a good view of the city fireworks and all the other fireworks around the place, which is no less than about 10 at any given time. And it ended up being an impromptu balcony party. Had all these people coming out. You mind if we join us? It's like, yeah, sure, why not? More the merrier. So I had about 10 people around me watching all the fireworks. It was so cool. It was so fun, Yeah, and it's just absolutely fantastic. But that's all the New Year's is to me. It's another date. It's another trying to remember that is another, a New Year, a 7 at the end of the dates instead of 6. But it really does nothing much else for me, You're bringing in the new year, you're welcoming the new year, you're still looking at the same sky, you're still looking at the same sun, you're still socialising with the same people. You might meet a few new people and you might say goodbye to a few people. And at the end of the year, as long as you're happy with what yourself, as long as you've done for yourself what you've meant to do, then it's all good, it's all really, really good. Now, for me, now, speaking of that, now I'm going to do this more often. I ended up doing about 10 videos last year. I think I missed out a couple of months due to other personal stuff that happened, but I'm going to be doing this more often. Maybe once a week or something like that. Focusing more on gaming aspect and looking at different things. Like I've discovered a few new games for a recent purchase of a PlayStation 4, moving up in the world. I only just bought PlayStation 3 last year, in October, November last year, so I'm moving up in the world. I've got PlayStation 4 now, so I've got a few games like that, so I'm still exploring those few games. A few new games might come out on Steam or Origins, so I'm looking forward to those. Looking forward to seeing what the new year has to offer. So, that's not the only thing. We've got a few good things coming up this year. We've got 2 births. A couple of my friends are pregnant at the moment, and 1 wedding. My brother's actually getting married at the end of the year, which is really fantastic. So, we welcome into my family and use as a sister. Well, I don't really like the word in-law. It sort of brings up a bit more negative connotation, but technically and lawfully speaking, she will be my sister-in-law. But yeah, so that'll be fantastic. It's at the end of the year, around the end of October, very near to about Halloween, 28th of October, they'll be getting married. So looking forward to that. Yeah, so Anyway, first vlog, first New Year's vlog of the year, and I can't wait to do many more, and I can't wait to see what all you guys have to offer as well. So be good, be cool, be yourself. Bye guys.